Hello students, we will study today about the vegetative propagation. In previous video we studied about the different mode of the asexual mode of the reproduction that occurs in among the organism. So we study today about the vegetative propagation. What is the vegetative propagation? All of you know the plants, higher plants produce the seed, and seeds are the medium by which they grow in new forms. But in some plants, seeds are not formed. They grow in new plant forms from other parts of the plant's body. So question is, what is the vegetative propagation? So vegetative propagation is the formation of new plant from its vegetative parts like roots, stems, leaves, etc. The structural unit that is used in place of seed is called vegetative propagules. Remember that the structural unit that is used in place of seed to grow new plant is called the vegetative propagation. In plants, vegetative propagation is two types. First, natural vegetative propagation. In this process, the plants are grow from vegetative propagules naturally. Another second is the artificial vegetative propagation, in which plants are produced or cultivated by the human beings by induced methods. First of all, we study about the natural vegetative propagation. Natural vegetative propagation. This can take place by the following vegetative propagules. First, root. The buds present on the roots grow into leafy shoots called slip above the ground and adventitious roots at their bases. Each slip gives rise to a new plant. For example, in sweet potato, dahlia, guava, tinospora, and dalbergia, shiso, etc. Roots are grow in new plants. Second, in stems. In stems, first of all, underground stem. We all are know about the stems are two types. One underground stem, another that are present at the above of the soil is called the aerial stems. First of all, the underground stem. Underground stem, when modified and possess buds which grow into new plants, some of its are given follow. Write that. First, rhizomes. These serve as a means of vegetative reproduction by perinating under unfavorable conditions. Remember, these serve as means rhizomes serve as the means of vegetative reproductions by perinating under unfavorable conditions and producing new aerial shoots during favorable conditions. All are know about the gingers, turmeric, etc. that are the rhizomes. Let us see this figure. That is the ginger, example of the rhizomes that bears node and internodes and the scaly leaves. that is the nodes. Nodes bear the buds. In this figure, the buds that grow in new plant form. They spend unfavorable time undergrounds, and when favorable times comes, the buds grow and again aerial part of the plants are developed. Second, corms. These are specialized underground stem which bear many buds. These produce new plants under favorable conditions. For example, colocasia, jamikand, etc. See in this figure, that is the example of the corm. It is the colocasia. Lateral buds, fleshy roots, nodes, and new corm that developing at the base of the stems. That is the flower stem. Another example is the bulb. These are highly reduced underground stems. For example, onion, garlic, etc. See this figure, example of the bulb, that is the onion. It is the morphological feature: roots, bulb, base of the scape, and tunic. It is the internal structure of the buds. Actually, buds are present at the center of the scalp of the leaves. This is the adventitious root that are produced at the base of the scaly leaves. Next example of the underground stem is the tubers. They are the modified underground stem branches having several buds. For example, each eye of the potato is a bud which grow into a new potato plants. Let us see in this figure. That is the eye of the potato plants and bud that germinate and grow new plant of the potato. Third, vegetative propagule is the creeping stems. They can be categorized as under followings. First of all, runners. They are modified stems which produce adventitious roots at the nodes. Each node gives rise to an area shoot which become a new plant. For example, cynodon, commonly known as the doob grass, oxalis, and this is the doob grass, example of the runners, node, internodes at the each node produce adventitious roots and buds are grow new plant forms. देखें आप scale leaf, node and green leaf that are aerial part.
हो गया.
Another example of the creeping stem is the suckers. Suckers are arise from the base of the erect shoot and grow horizontally in the soil, and they come out to form new aerial shoot. These shoots becomes independent when suckers break away from the parent part. For example, mint plant, chrysanthemum, banana, etc. Let us see in this figure. See in this figure, it is the suckers of the mint plants, soil layer, suckers and adventitious roots, scaly leaves and the buds that are produced. Another example is the suckers of chrysanthemum plants. It is the suckers, that is the soil layer, roots and buds that are produced, that is the mother plants. Next example is the offset. Offsets are one internode long runners which develop tuft of leaves at the apex of the plants. For example, Eichhornia, that is also known as the water hyacinth, and Pistia. This is the figure of the Pistia, that is offset, and water hyacinth, also known as the Eichhornia. Next example is the stolons. These are special arched subaerial prostrate branch of the plants which form the base of an aerial shoots. They develop in new aerial shoots from their tips. For example, jasmine and wild strawberry. Let us see in this figure. See, in strawberry, this is the adventitious roots and stolons. It is the main plant base, aerial part, leaflets. These stolons have the scaly leaves, and stolons produce the buds that grow in new plants. That is the example of the stolon of colocasia. Let us see. It is the stolon, aerial leaves and corm. Aerial stem. Next, aerial stem. The aerial stem, that part of the plants that present above the soil, and modified stems of the aerial modified stem of the cacti develop new plants when the stem segments fall on the ground. These parts of the stems, means segment of the stems, act as the means of vegetative propagation. Example, Opuntia. This is the plants of the Opuntia. All of you know Opuntia is the modified plants that grow generally in desert area, dry area. When parts of the stems are detached by any means, mechanical injury or self-detached from the main stems or the main plant's body and separate and fall down on the soil, they grow new plants. Next, vegetative propagules of the plant's body are the leaves. Some plants develop adventitious buds on their leaves, which get detached and develop new plants. For example, Bryophyllum, Begonia, etc. This is the leaves of Opuntia. At the margin of the leaves have a number of the notch, and in each notch produce the buds that grow and produce new plants. Another vegetative propagules is the bulbils. These are fleshy buds produced in the edges of the foliage leaves in place of axillary buds. They grow to form the new plants when fall on the ground. For example, in lily plants, oxalis, agave, etc. This is the bulbils of the agave plants. Second means of the vegetative propagation is the artificial vegetative propagation. Artificial methods are man-made special techniques in which parts of some somatic body of a plant is made to develop into new independent plants. Individual methods used to propagate desired varieties of the plants according to requirement of the humans. To grow the artificial vegetative propagules, the rainy season and spring seasons are the best period. Artificial vegetative propagules include some example. First, cutting. In this process, a small piece of any plant's organ like stem, roots or leaf is used for the propagation of new plants. For example, leaves of the begonia plants, roots of the citrus plants and stems of the sugar canes, grapes, rose, etc. This is the propagules of the sugar cane node, internodes and the buds that are arrive at the nodes. When they are covered under the soil, these buds grow and form the young shoots of the plants. Second, artificial vegetative propagation process is the layering. In this methods, roots are artificially induced on the stems, branches before they are detached from the parent plant body. For example, jasmine, grape, wine, lychee, orange, etc. The process of layering generally done in citrus plants. Let us see in this figure. This is the plants of the jasmine. This is the roots that are present underground, aerial branches. Some branches are bent and the covers under the soil. At the covering part of the soils, at the nodes of the branch produced the adventitious roots, and when the roots are grow, then these branch detach from the parent plant of the body and prepare for the planting as a new plants. When the process of layering done in aerial modes, like in this figure, this is the branch of the plants. At the base of the branch, remove some parts of the bark of the stems and layered by the grafting clay that consists of the hay, cow dung and clay in ratio 1:1:2 and also adding some amount of the auxin hormones to enhance the process of rootings at the base of the plants. After layering these grafting clay, wrapped the plastic covering and tied up. After some times, at the base of the aerial branches produce the roots, and these aerial branch detach from the base and prepared for the planting as a new plants. This types of the layering is called a guti. Third is the process of grafting. In these methods, parts of the two plants are joined in such way that they grow as one plant. The rooted supporting portions of one part of the plants is called the stalk, whereas the joined part of the another plants is the twig of another plant called ascians. Both stalk and ascians are joined together and grow in a single plant form. Generally, The stalk part of those plants are takings which have ability to grow inside the soils. It means have efficiency to absorb the water and minerals from the soils and tightly anchoring, whereas the ancient parts of those plant taking which have the better quality. The different method of the grafting process, that is the tongue grafting process, wedge grafting process, crown grafting process, side grafting process, and approach grafting process. The rooted, that is the rooted part of the plant, that is called the stalk, and that is the ascians. Approach grafting process, both the plants are tied up, branch of the plants remove some parts of the branches and tied up. Another methods of the artificial vegetative propagation is the micro propagation, or also known as the tissue culture. In these methods includes propagation of plant by culturing the cells, tissue and organs called tissue culture. Initially, this tissue that are used as the culture or forms undifferentiated mass of the cells. That undifferentiated mass of the cells is called the callus. Later on, this callus differentiated to produce a large number of the plantlets.